My dad and my mom were not married. My dad had a family, he had a son. And my mom just came out from a divorce. And she had been trying to have children. So every time she would get pregnant, she would miscarry. And she met my dad. They hung out one time and she got pregnant. And she didn't miscarry. She knew in her heart that even though this child didn't come from a relationship that I am proud of, I want to do the right thing and I want to give this child to God. I was in class one day when somebody called me and told me that my dad was around. My dad had never come to see me before. It was the happiest day of my life. He said he wanted to take a walk with me. So we're taking a walk in the school. 10 minutes later, my dad says he wants to leave. He reaches for his left breast pocket and pulls out 1,000 naira. So I went to my class. I told my friend, we have money, let's go and eat. So we went to Talk Shop and we bought food and we ate. And I used the remaining money to call my mom. My mom goes, did your dad come to see you? I said, yes. How did you know? Did he give you 1,000 naira? Yes. How did you know? My mom starts to cry. And she says, so this man just wants my labor to be in vain. And I froze because I didn't understand what was going on. The next thing my mom says, go and get sick exit. You're leaving school tomorrow. You have to come to church. And then the pastor said, the money they gave you, do you still have it? I said, no. Have you spent it? You don't have any? I said, no, I don't have anything. And the next thing they started praying for me. And what had happened was he was sick. And there's this thing that they do where they use an item to buy a person's life or exchange a person's life so that the person that is sick does not get to die. So the death that they were supposed to go through or experience will now be the individual's portion. I felt embarrassed. I felt ashamed. Like you can't even get your dad to like you. Your dad doesn't like you so much, he wants to get rid of you. The days following was really dark. So by the time I got home, I felt sick. We would be in the house and we would hear like things landing on the roof, like heavy things, or sometimes you'd be in the house and it would feel like someone was walking past you. Like there were just a lot of creepy things happening, around that season. When they noticed that I was stable, I went back to school. I remember going to a bookshop and I bought as many books as I could find. But there was a particular book that stood out to me, and that was Good Morning, Holy Spirit by Benny Hinn. I pulled out this book, I read it, and I did not drop this book. I just couldn't. I'd never seen anybody talk about God in the most personal way, that God can be your friend, the Holy Spirit can talk to you. Like it all just sounded very strange to me. So when I read the book with this innocence, I went on my knees and I said, Holy Spirit, if you are real, I want to be your friend. Before the words could even come out from my mouth, there was like a wind in my room. I'm on my knees. I'm singing a song I've never sang before. I've never heard this song before. I start to speak in tongues. I don't know how long I went or that went for, but I just couldn't stop. And for me, it wasn't even that I met God, and that was incredible. What was most incredible was that God sees me and he wants to be my friend. He wants to be my friend. He's not ashamed of me. He doesn't think I'm too damaged for him. So that started a journey for me.